Eliot Schrefer.
So today we have Eliot with us. We're very excited. He released his book earlier this year, The Darkness Outside Us. So we're super stoked that he's with us today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
And you have your drawing utensil and your piece of paper ready? Awesome. Perfect.
This feels like
I love
first day of kindergarten, and I'm as scared as I was first day of kindergarten.
This is like author version, right? Like with your drawing and everything. Alrighty. So with that, I think we're ready to start.
Yes, I'll start the clock in 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right, starting off with our trademark this or that. The first one we have is explore a new planet or life beyond a black hole.
Life beyond a black hole? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just saw Interstellar again last night.
Okay.
And so I think I would go for Life Beyond a Black Hole because apparently you get to hang out with Matthew McConaughey and see a lot of books.
Exactly. Of course, that's like hands down. For sure. And then, would you rather be remembered for your feats or your character?
For my feet or my character?
Your feats, like the things you've achieved. I mean, your feet, if they're amazing, like Model S.
I would like to be remembered for my feet. My feet are really wide and crazy looking.
I mean, that's memorable too.
No, I think, honestly, so this is the reason I always get put in Slytherin whenever I do like a Pottermore quiz is I think for my feet, I'm very accomplishment focused in my life. So.
Gotcha, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so for feats, as in the accomplishments of life. Perfect.
Yeah.
And would you rather stir readers' hearts through emotion or make them weep?
Whoa. I would rather stir their emotions than make them weep.
Okay.
And as someone who wrote a lot of books about animals, I'm always in danger of making people weep too much when you do that. So
oh no! No, of course. And then the last one, do you go ahead and focus on your book on plot or character?
Oh, I am so plot focused. So I come up with a premise first, and it's the concept, and then I start thinking about that, and then I slowly start thinking about like what characters would be most affected by that story.
Gotcha.
So that's how my writing process works.
Oh, fantastic!
All right, and that's 2 minutes.
It isn't. Oh no!
It is.
My goodness. It goes by quick.
I didn't get to write a title on it. I just had the words.
There we go. Let's see the creation.
I'm just going to warn you. They look a little like, that picture where you can't tell if it's an old woman or a young woman. Like it just looks so ambiguous and you can't tell what you're looking at. That is what I made.
Oh, okay. That's one of the best ones ever.
Sorry, I'm laughing because it's so amazing.
Right?
Thank you. That's the right answer. You have to support my self-esteem.
It's the true spirit. You were going
I have
for
a weird sense of noses. Like I really
It's the noses. You are so like those are amazing noses. Yeah.
Like I want that nose and just make it more. Give me more.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
just went with it.
Yeah,
exactly. You can't have enough nose. You have to.
No way.
Yeah.
It's like they both ran really hard and ran into the wall of the spaceship by accident.
That's true. That's a deleted scene, of course. That wasn't included in the book.
It's a blooper.
Of course. Yes. And we heard it first here, folks. Alrighty. And can you tell us a bit more about your book, please, after your beautiful creation?
Yeah, sure. You guys have the copy up there, the cover up there on your screens, which is lovely. I've got it here too. This is The Darkness Outside Us, which is a young adult science fiction novel. And it starts 400 years in Earth's future when Earth has been reduced to just 2 countries that are locked into a Cold War. And they send an astronaut, Minerva Cusk, who's like the star of the world, and both countries unite. They're so excited to send her to go settle the moon of Saturn, Titan. And everyone is rejoicing, but soon after she lands, her signal goes dark, and everyone assumes that she's died, that she's had an accident. But 2 years later, her distress beacon trips, and they realize that someone or something is alive at Minerva's base. So neither country has enough resources to scramble a ship on its own, so they have to join 2 boys, one from each country, enemies, you could say, on the same spaceship to go save Minerva. However, that's Ambrose and Kodiak. And so Ambrose on the left here is he's like, his country is sort of like Athens, like it's sort of poetic and kind of progressive and sensitive. And Kodiak's is a little bit more like Sparta, like very ritualistic and hyper violent and strict. And they have to find a way to unite in order to survive their journey to rescue Minerva, because clearly things are on the ship are not going the way that they should. Ambrose realizes that first of all, he wakes up from a coma. He passed out during launch, which is very odd. There's signs that other people have been on board the ship, and also signs that the operating system of the ship, which is voiced by Ambrose's mom, just to trigger some parent issues, because it's voiced by his mom, he realizes that it's keeping the truth from him as well. So they've got to figure out like what is actually going on here and what is the reality of their mission, and is it maybe probably something totally different than what they think it is.
It must have been hard to write the mystery and then think, I actually have to solve this as the author.
Right. Well, it has to be, has to be two different versions of the book, because there's Where We Go, which I want to be a surprise, and then the beginning premise, which is the one that the reader settles in thinking they're going to read. So it's a little bit of a balancing act.
Yeah. And that's what's really amazing too, like especially as the author, you get to like see the layers to the story, you get to choose the navigations. And I can imagine like when you're writing it as well, maybe there's sometimes things that change, because characters innately take a life of their own and they become like their own individuals, and you're like, does that happen to you where you kind of struggle like, I want this to go here, but now my character, I don't know, it seems like it might go in another direction?
Yeah, well, first of all, just as you were speaking, I noticed that you have stars all over your shirt, which is so awesome. So thank you for the space reference. That's really cool.
Definitely, it has to be insane.
But yeah, I actually tend to be kind of a controlling bully as an author to my characters. Like, I really am story first, and so I had a plan for all 6 parts of the book. I actually only had 5 parts, and I added a 6th part as I was writing, so I did go off course. And I needed the characters to obey, because if any piece fell through, it's a complicated mystery going on, so it would just the whole house of cards would fall. So I kind of stuck to the plan. I knew the ending right when I started the beginning. I knew where I wanted these boys to wind up. And so all the rest was a way of sort of the like 5 things I knew I was going to reveal over the course of the book. Like, how do I set them up as I go? So that it can like unfold at a nice pace for the reader, and not just like give info dump at the end or the beginning, and all those things that sci-fi in particular can have a problem with, where you explain too much or too little and people get confused or bored. So.
Of course.
Yes. Thank you so much for today, Eliot. This was fantastic. You gave us insight about your book. We got to learn about a sneak deleted scene, of course, that didn't make it into the book, which was awesome. And again, just thank you so much. And right now, the book is still available everywhere, correct?
Yep. It's in Target, Barnes & Noble, all the independent bookstores. So you have a lot of options.
And which formats do you have available right now? Is it hardback and paperback maybe?
It's in hardcover because it just came out in June. So it'll probably be a year from now when it's in paperback. And the UK edition is just coming out at the end of September. So there's also
exciting.
In all the territories, Australia as well.
Fantastic.
All right. So that's awesome for us European readers.
Exactly.
Where are you coming in from?
I'm from Portugal.
Oh, wow. Great. I just visited the north of Portugal and loved it. I stayed in Porto for a few weeks.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Right?
Thank you so much again, Eliot, for being here with us. It was awesome to meet you.
Thank you very much. And if any viewers can make a really good argument for good that they would do with my piece of art, I'll hold on to it. And if you like, maybe it's an auction or you can raise money for charity or something, I'll add the title and my name and I'll sign it, and just write to me on Instagram or something, and I will mail it to you anywhere in the world. So you have
very kind, very sweet.
It's beautiful. Wonderful.
I love it. Thank you so much, Eliot.
Thank you
very much.
Bye.
It's been a really pleasure.
You.